Hello, Captains. It's me, TONIK TCW, here in the Tier 5 British Tech Tree Destroyer. The Icarus, you all know me. I love my British line of destroyers. This one's called Teacher's Pet. Still a bully in the schoolyard. It may be a little ship, but we are going to take it to Red Team on this one. I am in division with somebody that I picked up in a game the other day by the name of Zero Foxtrot 3. We have a lot in common with regards to our backgrounds, and it's good to be in and helping a new player learn and understand the game. So he was out grinding his, I think it was I want to say Queen Elizabeth, um, and I was out playing and supporting him and helping make that grind a little less painful. But at the same time, all through the games, we've been on voice chat, we've been communicating, talking through various tips, tricks, tactics, target spotting, and who our priorities are. And strangely, in the three games that we had, including this one, I actually called out which targets were going to be a biggest risk to our team, and unsurprisingly, all three of those targets finished top for their team in the statistics. In this match, it's going to be the Rattlehead, a lovely HE spamming cruiser, because I think lots of people are out to get fire damage, so there's lots of cruisers out there in the game. We are going to push and play ACAP. Now, you'll have seen from my build that I'm running a premium commander, which is Grotzmaz Smart, and the build for him gives me extra HE damage. Obviously, we haven't got epic or legendary modules down at tier 5, but certainly up at tier 7 and higher, he makes a huge difference to the amount of damage you can do with the British destroyers. And if you know me and you've seen past videos of my British destroyers, you'll know that what I love about these is the hit and run nature by using the short smoke screens. If you haven't got the premium commander, then Reginald Tyrewit is your man in this game for your British destroyers. He does have a legendary trait of Smogathon, which gives you a couple of additional smoke screens, but they're a slightly shorter duration. Now, I stopped using that because I generally use Unstoppable as my legendary skill on all of my destroyers. And the reason I use that is because it greatly reduces the cooldown for damage control. And if you're in a destroyer, you're generally going to be getting into a lot of scraps. And if you've got a legendary 3 or legendary 4 commander, that range for the enemy ship is going to be between 6 and I think 7.5 kilometers. And given that most engagements and detections by destroyers are going to be around the 5.5 to 5 kilometer mark, it is going to serve you well. Trust me on that one. Give it a go if you don't already use it. Now we can see that the enemy Fubuki is stuck on the corner of the island. We've got a destroyer out there as well. I'm going to put a fire straight on to that New Mexico, who is going to immediately damage control it. And he's pushing straight out for the island. Again, this is understanding how people play the game, or basically common moves that people play in the game. But he goes out for first blood, having taken 5 torpedoes. Excuse me while I clear my throat. Over the Christmas period that I have picked up a bit of a chesty cough and some sniffles. Mum was down here and Charlie was here over Christmas. So I imagine that there's been a few extra bugs flying around. I mistakenly overestimate the length of time I've got to fire my guns there. And I'm basically the king in his new clothes because I'm now completely naked in the middle of a capture point. But there is the Rattlehead, who thankfully is not shooting at me. So I'm going to get away from this capture point and disengage and push and see where we can help. One of the reasons I share my videos is to help people learn and understand some of the game mechanics, to learn tactics, to look for common tactics that people will use, and try to show you ways that you can counter those tactics as well. Because sometimes you have to be a little bit dynamic in your gameplay. Don't always play the same map the same
Yeah,
way
give him a tickle.
in the same ship. This Vasteras is using his guns. He is spotted, and I'm spotted. You'll notice I'm running 5.6 concealment because I run Sims as my second inspiration. I could bring that down a little bit further, running Bay and Swirsky, but I find that having the extra hit points available to me, pretty much from
This is
tier 5 and
bastards.
higher, does
Oh,
make
he's
a
just
huge
massive.
difference. That guy is
Oh
getting
no, the
rained
destroyer's
on,
coming out of the
but
back.
he
Spooky.
disappears out of sight. So I'm not going to sit in the smoke screen
Come
because
in.
we've still got the Fubuki across there who's been pushed back off the corner. I'm expecting that torpedoes are going to be heading for this smoke screen from that Fubuki, and we're going to push out and thinking initially of running him down. But then we see that the Vasteras is still out
Hey,
there. We are spotted because he's
go on,
turned
just press C,
back
might get behind
towards us. So we're going to go guns, and RNG is absolutely going to shaft me on this one because as quick as my reload is and as quick as I can get guns on him, RNG with his twisting and turning is going to put shots left, right, ahead and behind of him and not to give me the hit I need to kill. And I did say we were the bully in the schoolyard, but this kid who we're picking on is running off for his big brother, who is
Thumbs, yeah.
the Rattlehead, and he gets a fire on me. I'm going to pop a smoke shortly as soon as we've got rid of this guy. Come on, give me this shot. We aren't going to disengage yet.
I'm
We're
stuck, man. I'm
turning,
getting
ready to
fucked
head
by this
away from the
fucking big
Rattlehead.
destroyer.
Again, we miss another salvo. This isn't like me, is it really? But there we go. Bang, he's gone. Vasteras. We're going to put the torpedoes across on the corner there because that rattlehead is going to come steaming in. We're going to disengage. We're going to drop that short smoke screen and we're going to get out of
I'm
it,
fucking stuck
is
on
what
the
we're going to do.
imaginary
And
wall.
we're going to put another set of torpedoes
There's a
towards
destroyer and
the
a diffuser
rattlehead.
coming around the
While we're
corner here, so
screened,
just have
we'll
a
put
sort of
some
close at him.
fire out there as well.
Come on, turn, you
And
bastard.
as I said, this is the guy that I called at the start of the game, and I said he's going to be a
Not
priority
spotted, so they
target
don't know I'm here.
because he can wreck our destroyers. He can start a lot of fires and do a
Honest to
lot of
God, this is
damage, so
ridiculous.
he needs to be the focus. And I'm trying to do what I can to keep him spotted,
Right,
but
so where is he?
also to keep contesting the
Fine,
cap. And it
I'm just
seems that
gonna
all
get
these
salvo
guys
on the
that are
diffuser
clustered
at
at the
least
back of
and
the map
try and turn back
are
into him.
unable to hit him at all. Everybody always fires full salvos. If you've seen me playing battleships, you know
Get
that I
C.
like to ripple fire and drift the stick when I fire. It's not often I
Oh
put
yeah,
a
sorry, I was...
full salvo every single time. But this rattlehead, I think, is wanting to run me down, but we aren't going to let him do that. So, red team have pushed round from
Support,
Bravo
getting
to
nice and low.
Charlie. They're taking our home cap, and if you look now, all these
Bit of help.
battleships that have been sat at the back are now starting to push towards Alpha. They are running away because they know they have a destroyer behind them. We're going to stay focused on this Rattlehead. We're going to get a little bit lucky. We're running the
5
sonar
seconds.
purely because he has torpedoes too. I think it's a bit, little bit like an Omaha. And Simon's calling that he's got a couple of seconds for
Subdue him
reload.
now.
He's got a
There we
fire
go,
on him,
fire's gonna do all
and
my
with the
salvo
last
if he wants
salvo,
it.
he is going to
You
disappear
bastard.
for kill number 3. So there we go. We've got the cap. We've got 3 kills. We got lucky with the first blood, I think, with that guy just sailing blindly in a straight line straight into a wall of torpedoes. And I'm telling Simon, right, they're going to be pushing round from here. The destroyer's going to be coming round from our right. So I'm going to push back out there, see if we can get this guy detected, because if we can get
Another
rid of the
twin, there's a
destroyer,
diff on that.
that is going to make the rest of the game a lot easier for us. But as you can see from what's going on, there's obviously a
That
destroyer
Duke is
pushing round
pushing
from
in
our
as well
right
on the
flank
left,
now.
right.
So all these battleships that have been sat at the back, trading blows
Give
at
him one
maximum
fire,
range,
save my salvo
have
for
now
when
got the
Queen is
wind up
like
their
massive.
sails and realised
This is
that
not
they
good.
are probably going to be the next target. So they are all going to start running
Give her
clockwise
a salvo and
around the
we'll dodge
map
it because it goes quite
when
nicely for me.
really the best place they could possibly be is here with us supporting the destroyer. Now, thankfully, I've got Simon behind me.
Where are
He
they
is
going?
going to push in and support. And as I said, we've been talking and teaching all the way through the
Yep,
games we've played. There's
just seen
the
him.
T22. It
4
looks like he's
seconds.
got me out detected by 100 to 200 meters, but we aren't going to run away from him. Not quite yet.
I've got
We're going to
military
go
infantry
guns on.
here.
Simon's got his guns ready as well. He takes a tickle on him. We get air fire on him. I'm sure he's just damage controlled his rudder or his engine being knocked out. But the BB takes a shot at us, the cruiser takes a shot at us,
That Duke is
and
aground.
torpedoes are going to
Ah,
wing away
shit.
behind me. You'll notice that my sonar is running, and
No,
unfortunately,
no, no, I've missed
Simon
him.
is going to
I've missed him,
catch one
Simon.
of those torpedoes. Um, a little bit unfortunate, but I'm turning round because I know that DD is low health. I'm looking at the range of the Duke there, and I'm thinking I'm safe from him, but we've got a Queen Elizabeth out there who's got some pretty hard hitting guns if he's firing HE. We don't want to get in the way of that, but I'm going to show you a little trick that I used to get rid of him. But here is the
Engage forward.
T22 again. As I said,
My
just
guns are loaded
knowing
as
that I'm
close
out
as I'm
detected,
certain.
got to run
Oh,
towards him.
nice.
First on the guns, our sonar's
Keep
just
missing
about to
me,
run out,
bastard.
and so we're going to start annoying this Queen Elizabeth. We're on 4 kills. It is a battleship. I am a destroyer. It should be no contest as to who is going to be the victor in this, but I've got to be very careful
Ah,
about that
motherfucker.
Duker. All the other guys have now
Just wanna
pushed sort
keep
of
me out.
halfway down towards air cap, and there goes the flesh wound with Simon against the top, or the destroyer got the kill, but I think the battleship pulled a shot to take him down. So tops are on the way, and lo and behold, I want to try and put in another permanent fire on that. But as soon as I pop my smoke, there's absolutely nobody else out of the other 4 ships has any line of sight. So
You
we're
might be
going to
unlucky here.
come out of that smoke
Nice
screen
turn.
and see what's going on. We're going to just stay on the guns because air fire or air flood at this time is going to be serious trouble for this guy. We get one hit, we get a flood. There is the high explosive. We manage to avoid all of that, and we're going to keep pushing towards him, twisting and turning. It's a tactic that people have used against me in a battleship as well when they've been in a destroyer.
Tough luck to you,
And
mate.
this guy is going to play clever. He isn't going to go full salvos. He is going to just roll through his turrets one at a time, and you'll see there that I slam my ship into reverse as we land the fire. He is firing one turret to see where his shots land. I'm backing up. Here comes the second and third turrets. Nope, you've missed those as well. There is the fourth turret. I am now going to just keep wailing on this guy. We've got 2 permanent fires there. Somebody is going to try and steal the kill from me, but with shots in the air, the fire's burning. That is going to be the Kraken
Get it.
Unleashed. And I'd like to say that that
Nice.
was a pretty damn hard fought Kraken Unleashed, and I hope you'll agree with that one. Let me know down in the comments. I know it's easy to pick them up in ships like the Kamikaze and things like that. This is a
Yeah, I
Tech
think
Tree
I'm gonna
ship,
put blue as well
which
after
just
this.
goes to show that played right and played well, you can pick up that medal,
Yeah,
which they've changed the colour
standard.
of for some reason. Pushing in towards the cap, they take out the
Excellent.
cruiser. That is game over. So just under 82,000 damage. We do get the cap there. We get the first blood. We get the Kraken with 5 kills. Quite a good all-round game and a very good learning experience for Simon, I think, as well, who picks up a 4th slot. And I pick up top slot. Simon did have a top slot earlier in the night, so GG's. He's learning. He's getting better. So keep an eye out for that name in the game and support him if you can. I hope you've enjoyed that one. It's certainly a pleasure to pick up a Kraken Unleashed so early in the new year. I don't get to play it as much as I used to, but I'll try and keep you entertained with the videos as the year goes on. Don't forget, tell your friends to come by and smash that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 1,500. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and goodbye.